Dímelo gente, Marcucci here, gonna be another video, and today we're gonna make Ethereum great again. It's been dunked on by crypto Twitter for all the right reasons, in my opinion. Ethereum, when I first got into crypto, obviously is almost everyone's second coin after finding Bitcoin or discovering Bitcoin. And when I first got on here, the sentiment for Ethereum was, really great. Some of the videos I remember watching, oh, Ethereum's going to 10,000 once the merge happens and charting. And it was a really great, amazing time to be a part of this community. But now everyone is just dunking on Ethereum, saying it's too slow, it's outdated, it's too expensive. And me included, I've been a serial hater of Ethereum for the past, ever since the merger. It feels like this is what they wanted. They wanted to focus on layer 2s, and their scaling was going to be through layer 2s. And they were like, yep, here you go. This is the end of the roadmap for Ethereum, and we're just going to start focusing on layer 2s. And, who knows if that's the right thing to do? We don't know. Obviously, these are all technologies that still have decades to develop. So, is that the right move? That's the wrong move? I don't know. I just know that I personally have used Ethereum like way less than originally I did, just because it's like really expensive and slow, and there's just other faster, more innovative blockchains out there. But look no further. Vitalik, this is like the yearly roadmap. Like, remember the video I talked about the USDT FUD? So this is not the USDT FUD. This is the yearly Ethereum roadmap. Like, it feels like Ethereum has just been like, oh, the roadmap was like, it's just been a lot of like talk and not a lot of action. So let's see if this changes. I do believe that if we want to see all our coins pump, Ethereum needs to pump. So hopefully this is the beginning. And it started with a tweet by Vitalik. Vitalik obviously is like one of the founders and developers of Ethereum. He says, scaling Ethereum layer 1 and layer 2s in 2025 and beyond. And it got, 11,000 likes, almost 3,000 retweets, 2.3, million interactions. So, this is what we're going to be focusing on. And I'm just doing a summary for you guys that don't want to read this. I recommend you obviously reading it, but if you don't want to read it, there's a quick summary. It is kind of long, and they do have a lot of, there's a lot of technical jargon here that if you're not that used to crypto, then yeah, this is the video for you. Anyways, let's start the slideshow. I titled it the same as, Vitalik, and it's basically a vision by Vitalik, and I just shared it here. Obviously, I'll always leave all the descriptions, all these websites or links in the comment, in the description down below. And I'm not going to go over all the definitions because it is a longer video. So if you're not interested in a longer video, just leave a like, comment. I love you guys, and let me know what you think about Ethereum. These are definitions. I'm not going to go over all of them, so just take a quick screenshot if you guys want to follow along. So this is an introduction. So Ethereum's goal remains unchanged: to build a global, censorship-resistant, permissionless blockchain for decentralized applications, embodying the regen and cyberpunk ethos. Which, yeah, that's what we all want. We want a permissionless blockchain that is censorshipless, and like, that's what we want. That I think that's what everyone wants, and I do think Ethereum can make it happen, right? So Ethereum has evolved over the past 10 years, and they've brought on, great use cases. Like, everything that we have today, from, I don't know, like Solana, Cardano, like Polkadot, all these other blockchains like Sui have been from Ethereum, right? So, and we can see it here. Ahmed Gatnash at DEF CON said, Ethereum as an ecosystem is a working live demonstration of a new, more open and decentralized way of building things together. And basically, the technical and social interdependence rages, everything is kind of like intertwined, right? Like, people on the social side and technical side both want to, ensure decentralization over time. So we can see here, this is a map of where you can use Ethereum to pay for things around the world. This is as of October 2024. And they have also built all these great things, from like saving to privacy tools to ENS, DeFi. Let's go over the list real quick, just to see so paying for goods and services is a store of value, peer-to-peer transactions, a lot of services, exchanges for crypto, DeFi, loans, yield farming, like you name it, and they've done it. Also, like RWA, what's another thing? Like crypto gaming, like everything has been because of Ethereum. So I think Ethereum deserves a little bit of respect. Anyways, their current strategy to scaling is where I personally, don't agree with, but some people do. But their strategy is L2s or layer twos. So think about Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, all those like great blockchains, don't get me wrong. But this is where, people kind of like have their disagreements. But so the current strategy of scaling Ethereum is primarily by layer 2s or L2 protocols, and they've evolved significantly since 2019. And they reach key decentralization milestones, secure billions in values. Like if we see, like they've secured hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of dollars, and the scale transaction capacity by 17x with a corresponding drop in fees. So basically, they've been able to make Ethereum faster and cheaper, which is what they wanted to do. But that obviously extracts like fees and revenues from Ethereum. So we see here some of the top, like Base is the number one layer 2 in terms of transactions per second, leading with up to 40% of Ethereum's capacity. And then we see Base, which doesn't have a token yet, but Arbitrum, Teiko, which I haven't heard of, World Chain, that I've heard of about, we made a video, and Optimism. They also have some other ones like Ink, Fuel that just joined. I know Ink just joined, Fuel. These are stage 2 rollups or layer 2s, right? And these are stage 1. So bear with me, there's a lot to go over. So application ecosystem growth. So applications made possible, obviously we mentioned like DeFi, World Chain that has 10 million users, which I'm fairly surprised, and honestly kudos to them. And they want a revival of the enterprise blockchain, so previously considered a dead end, now revitalized through layer 2s, which is like Sonium leading the charge. So I don't know if you guys remember, but we talked about Sony developing a layer 2. So they did that, and people thought, companies are not gonna do like they're not gonna use Ethereum as a blockchain. They have, and Sony is a prime example of that. So what is the role of the Ethereum community? So decentralization scaling efforts are not just like the Ethereum Foundation. It obviously needs to be as a collective unit. And I do agree with this, and we're gonna go over it like a little bit later. But scalability and adoption needs to happen not only through the Ethereum Foundation, but like through the developers, their own community, like people using Ethereum, and many other people. So what are the challenges in scaling Ethereum via layer 2s? So the primary challenges is scale, and he said this word, but this word basically means diversity. I'm not even going to try to say this word, but that's what this means. So scale, blob space adequacy for current and future L2 demands, and diversity issues with composability and user experience due to diverse standards. And this is really big, important user experience. Like the user experience, if you ever use like MetaMask or Uniswap, it's not the best user experience. Like it's really, really hard. And I mentioned it in a previous video, like for my grandparents to use, my grandparents, one of them has Facebook, and she's more, more current, in the like technology space, so to say. But for her to use like Uniswap or MetaMask, Jesus Christ, I can't even fathom. But there's other blockchains out there that have a better user experience. So these are the two main things. So the current state is limited blob space for today's layer 2. The solution is increased blob space on the layer 1. And he decided to take short-term actions as moderate scaling at layer 1 and enhancement in POS, so proof of stake, verification methods, storage, EVM, and cryptography. So managing layer 2's diversity, so division versus reality. So it's a sharding concept versus independent layer 2s. What's the problem with this is composability and user experience issues. So the challenges is more actors, and they all had different goals. So Polygon's goal is different than Optimism's goal, right? Or Arbitrum's goal. But they have had success with all these different coordinated, actions. They did the merge he mentioned, and I do believe with that. So L1's enhancement and L2 promises. So L1 actions is accelerated blob scaling, scale EVM, increase gas limits for layer 2 dominated scenarios, and what this is requiring for layer 2s, improve security to mesh sharding guarantees, enhance interoperability and standardization. So some types of layer 2s is minimal governance rollups, VM experimentation, and server-like setups. They basically, what he wants is to make Ethereum feel like one ecosystem. Like even if you interact with Polygon, you are still, it makes it seem like you're still interacting with Ethereum. So what is the end all be all basically is to bring in more money back into Ethereum. So the value accrual is ensuring ETH retains value in a layer 2 heavy environment. Like we've seen like a lot of layer 2s, and it's taking into Ethereum's pie, which if the whole world just ran on Ethereum, then yeah, but that's not how the world works right now. So they want to try different approaches to how value should accrue to Ethereum. So the commitment is to continue scaling through layer 2s for social and technical benefits and enhance layer 1s to support layer 2s, improve layer 2 security's interoperability and speed, and embrace diversity while ensuring basic interoperability. So how do you do this? He wants to implement the blob strategy. So focus on blobs. So central to the Ethereum scaling roadmap. And the current state with EIP 4844, we're at 3 blobs per slot, equating to 384 kilobytes per slot. They wanted or 32 per second. So they want, obviously with the blob expansion, the results will be around 210 transactions per second based on S2 beat data. There looks like it's an update coming in March, doubling to 6 blobs per slot. And that will obviously increase and potentially have 8x more over time. Basically, their goal is to achieve 100,000 transactions per second on chain with enhanced data comprehension. If they do this, this will be so amazing. So hopefully they get to do it. So some of the strategies is focusing explicitly on blob features, citing less critical upgrades, prioritizing research and development for peer-to-peer networking related to blobs. So this is really important. In a recent video, I mentioned that most of the top talented developers are obviously leaving to other blockchains. So Ethereum still has the most developers by any other chain, but if they keep losing their best developers, then it's going to be a problem, and obviously you have to follow the developer. So this one is really important, And the last one is to allow stakers to adjust blob targets like gas limits, enabling quicker adaptation and tech advancements. If you like the video so far, please make sure to leave a like and comment. Thank you so much. I know this is a longer video, so bear with me. We are about to be halfway done, but presumably. So the current state is, so this is really important. And again, Ethereum right now, how they work is through like multi-sigs, and their layer 2s are multi-sigs, and we've seen hacks, we've seen, right now, it's not going to happen, but like Arbitrum or OP or all these other ones, they can just extract the money and poof, vanish. And no one really knows what can happen. So that's really concerning for a lot of people. And, are they going to do it? I don't think so, obviously, but it could still happen. And he wants to have layer 2s be even more secure than what they are now. So we already mentioned these already. Enhancing stage 2 rollups. I don't think we have to go over that. So this is really important, and obviously I'll leave this research for you guys to see. But dual approaching for security enhancements, work on path at once for comprehensive security upgrades. So a clear roadmap, and I mentioned Ethereum has all these roadmaps, but they focus on duplication via shared software and native rollups, early stages requiring active research and thinking for maximum flexibility. So what are the long-term goals? So secure layer 2s without relying on multi-sigs. This, like, if they could do this, like, wow. And support for diverse EVM configurations with native rollups. What are the benefits? So improve security, user trust, and system adaptability. And I think it's the main important one. Like, do you use a layer 2 because of this, or do not use it because of these security measurements and that they use multi-sigs? Some people don't even know that, right? And that's completely fine, but it is something that you have to take into account when putting your money into these different blockchains. So enhancing L2s interoperability and standards, well-established steps to achieve this goal. Obviously, as I said, they want to have that roadmap. Addressing systems for cross-layer 2 interoperability. So the future is moving the L2 registry to Ethereum's layer 1. Are they going to do that? Hopefully, right? And they want to create a trustless interaction as if layer 2s were shards. And they want to accelerate L2 transactions and interactions with a faster CK EVM provers and proof aggregation. And obviously some of the benefits are quicker native messages. So these are slides. I don't think we have to go through all of them. These are just some. We're kind of at the end. So these we do have to go through. So Ethereum, when I first got into Ethereum, it was seen as obviously money, as a commodity, and as a governance token, right? And the objective is to increase that. Right now, Ethereum has been sucked out most of the fees from these layer 2s, so they want to bring back that money. So how are they going to do that? So layer 2s should support Ethereum with a portion of their fees. Options include burning fees, staking fees for ecosystem public goods, and other innovative models. Are they going to do this? Let me know in the comment section. This is really, I don't know how I think about this, but should the layer 2 support Ethereum with the fees? I mean, maybe, I don't know, but that's up to you to decide. Leveraging math for layer 1 value captured. I do think layer 2s should provide that, but how much of that percentage? Maybe if it's like 0.001, if Ethereum continues to scale how they want to, then yeah. But for the meantime, I don't know if some L2s might just leave. Maybe they can leave, but they might go on and move to another project. Who knows? So some of the actions is to increase blob count to enhance data capacity, introduce a minimum blob price for sustainable revenue. In this example scenario, with current demand increasing to 128 blobs, could burn 713,000 ETH per year, which Ethereum, how much is Ethereum now? So it's like, let's say 3,000, so 3,000. That would be, Jesus. That would be how much? What's it not turning? It'll be a lot. It'll be like 3 billion maybe. Probably a bit more. A comprehensive approach to ETH value accrual. So multifaceted plan. So ensures ETH role and collateral and governance. Align layer 2's economic with layer 1 to share value. Utilize math where appropriate and explore blob related revenue models. And this is the roadmap ahead. So this is basically his conclusion. So a future where widespread adoption of crypto assets and decentralized apps happen. Obviously, he wants it to happen on Ethereum. This is for the L2s and wallet developers. So for wallet developers, contribute to and adopt new standards. Focus on user experience while maintaining security and decentralization. And for layer 2 developers, scale blob data safely, enhance EVM's execution capacities, and implement interoperability standards. And last but not least, for the ETH holders and community members, engage in discussions and brainstorming, contribute ideas for the future of Ethereum. This is great, but how are you going to do this? Obviously, we've seen Solana do a lot for its community members. Are you going to do like airdrops? Are you going to contribute? What are you going to do for the community members? Because community sentiment is at an all-time low. So, I wasn't going to mention it, but Ethereum Foundation literally just sold off more Ethereum after, reading this. So I hope that money goes back into the ETH holders and the community members and not just, it being word of mouth. So basically what the conclusion is, make Ethereum great again. And obviously like and comment and subscribe if you made it this far along in the video. Lo amo mucho, lo quiero mi gente. I love you guys. Honestly, I just want to make Ethereum make Ethereum great again. I think it'll be great for the community and everyone, for the crypto community just in general. I think Ethereum is great. I think it could be even better. And if Ethereum is great and is better, that only makes Solana better, that only makes Cardano better, that only makes Sui better, that only makes Say better, that only makes every other blockchain even better, because they want to compete and they want people to use their chain. So it's just going to help all these chains become even better. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.